mixer, and I'm back on the air again. Now I'm on the web-based mixer.
You are.
I'm using my web-based. It just took over, and I could get back on continually broadcast.
Look at you, dog! You got this down, man.
And not only that, see, ordinarily I broadcast. I know I copy pasted the whole blasted thing. I'll just change the title at the end, but what I do is I produce my own local spots and do local weather and stuff, and I have it like set on automation, and it kicks in local, and I have a 9-foot FM signal that goes like the radius of where I live. And the reason I'm doing that is I'm catching people in cars. I'm hoping maybe by accident they tune in.
Well, Gary, let me tell you, I'm looking at a Ramsey FM30 stereo FM transmitter and also a high intercept point FM broadcast amplifier. And I have it. It's not.
But see, the thing about it is, how far can you go before FCC comes after you? See, that's where I got to be careful.
Well, I think I pushed the max when I don't know, but I also have a 10-watt. I guess they call it a repeater.
Yeah.
FM transmitter that I tried it once. I drove to the other side of town and it was still working, and I got nervous, so I came home and I shut it off. It's a long story.
Once you leave the driveway here, it's gone, and it's
yeah. Well, I tried
frequency pretty close to some popular local stations, and like, ooh, there's a new guy out here. Who is he?
Have you ever heard of the AM transmitter that you can get? It's kind of pricey. I had one of those, and I ended up selling it on. I think I got.
That they used to make those. Remember, for some reason, I guess they used to make those for kids back in the 50s. There's a toy, and I guess they would. It had broadcast transmitter, and it'd go like about maybe within about a radius of the house. They've been making those for a long time, because my first one I got from Radio Shack, and I started doing that in my basement and putting on shows and just having fun. My friend of mine came over. He got we built a little antenna from my erector set, tied on some copper wiring, got it across the way, and our neighbors were listening. Man, that was pretty cool.
Yeah, actually, I'm gonna drop down here and put this. Let's put it in your chat room. I owned a Hamilton AM transmitter, and it was kind of pricey. And I had the ground, what do they call them? The ground radials or whatever.
Yeah.
In the yard. I mean, what a nightmare. The neighbors thought I was going to fall off the roof. I mean, they got rid of all of it. I'm 63. I don't need to be climbing around on this pit. No. My roof is like, jeez. What was I thinking? I think I was manic. I wasn't on my medication. Oh, yeah, real funny. Laughing at the mentally ill. That's real nice of you, brother.
60, I'm 56.
Just a kid.
Oh, yeah, thank you.
Good, though. Sound good.
Yeah, just a kid. I have a heart condition, and I have a tumor's got to come out. So, I don't know.
You're serious?
Yeah, I have they said it's a 2-incher. I had to go to Iowa City.
Jeez.
And for surgery to get it out in March. So I'm going to probably be off the air for a while.
Man. Wow. That's kind of scary.
Yeah, it is. So I had to go and get an electrocardiogram, and then they had to look at my heart and make sure that my heart's in good condition before surgery. They don't want to, they're kind of be watchful. So I have to have another stress test next week.
Wow.
So.
Well, man, my prayers are with you, sir. That's kind of scary.
Thank you. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe it is because I think it's a punishment for smoking in my earlier years, but
It's not good punishing you. You know that. It's just. Oh well, I used to smoke like a chimney. I was coughing up blood. I was smoking. I inhaled it the same way I did my pot. It's totally stupid. It's like, hello, dum
like
dum.
Bill Clinton, I didn't inhale.
And I went into drug treatment in '79, and they said after they got this pot problem taken care of, they said next we'll work on the cigarettes, Mike, because you need to quit.
I did cold turkey. That wasn't fun.
Yeah,
I quit.
I did too. But I found myself out on all fours in the front yard trying to find cigarette butts that had another puff or two on them. That's sick.
That is
bad. You're laughing.
Or digging them out of the ashtray.
Oh yeah. Did you see me?
No. Only because I used to do that. Or asking someone for a cigarette. That's what I used to do too sometimes.
Can I borrow a cigarette? I'll give you back the butt when I'm done with it. You never paid him. We never paid him back, did we?
No, we didn't.
A bunch of jerks. Anyway,
yeah.
I'll gladly be paid. 56. Wow.
Yeah.
Well, I tell you what, I know you enjoy radio like I do. It's in the blood.
Yeah, it's in the blood. It got in the blood a long, long time ago. I was telling you a story about this in Pittsburgh. I'm from Pittsburgh originally.
Sewickly?
No, not Sewickly. I was born in Sewickly Valley Hospital, which is just outside Pittsburgh. But they had a radio station there, and sad to say, they just went off the air in January, New Year's. They were called KQV, or the Groovy QV. They were owned by ABC, Top 40 station. They used to have showcase windows down on Smithfield Street, downtown. I used to go down there every time I was in Pittsburgh and watch the DJ in the window for hours. I didn't care if I was there, I'd watch them.
Isn't that cool?
I want to do this. And then KDKA, you've heard of KDKA, the first radio station in America. And they used to every year do a thing where Children's Hospital in Pittsburgh, they broadcast from each week they go into different department store windows in Pittsburgh, Horns, Gimbals, and Kaufman's, and broadcast from the window. And I used to go there all the time. And I said, I got to do this in my life. I want to do this. My mother discouraged me, says, well, it's a competitive business. You're not going to make it. You know, the old discouragement thing.
Yeah. I'm just racking up another play.
I said, I don't care if it's competitive. I can make it. I feel I have a good voice for it.
If it's your passion, it's your passion. It's if it's something you really desire to do and somebody says don't do it, well, you only go as far as their orders. That's a drag.
It's drag.
Nothing against your mom.
But I think she supported her all along the way because she got me the transmitter thing. It was a Christmas gift. It was the first one I ever had was a Radio Shack microphone. There was this FM microphone, and it was you couldn't do anything with it except put it by the speaker. So it was like really, really bogus. And then later on, I got another one to do the same thing, but it was a smaller one. So I took apart a speaker, and I had everything lined up in my basement with the mixer and a couple of turntables in that, and I had it lined in so that I was pretty smart to figure this all out. And had it broadcasting through I just took apart a stereo speaker, put it inside, and then closed it up. I had to make it so that I could open it and shut it off the air when I was done. But that worked for a while. But then I ended up going to broadcasting school in Cleveland, which is about 2 hours away. And after that, I worked at... I ended up doing stuff for NPR in Pittsburgh.
Cool.
National Public Radio. WDUQ, owned by Duquesne University. They don't even exist anymore. I think they were bought out by another college. And I was there for a while, and then they got a whole hissy fit because I said my name on the air. They didn't like that.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, I was a volunteer, so I didn't really care. I wasn't paid for what I did. I just did it. Of course, sometimes I think they would slip me a 10 once in a while. I think they did that to help me get back and forth on the bus from Ambridge to Pittsburgh.
Wow.
And then later on, I came here and I was at Blackhawk in Moline, the Quad Cities. This was after I got married to Lori. We went to college together.
That's by Ralford.
And they owned WQPT, which is the public television station in Moline, Channel 24. And I was a master control operator there at PBS.
Cool.
And I was recording feeds and overlooking the automated computer which was running the programming. I wasn't.
Oh, I got to introduce that to KFGQ because none of it was automated. It was cassette, reel to reel, and so I ended up going to, I think it was Emmitsburg, and I forget the name of the company that had the automation equipment. But that was in the bedroom for about 2 weeks as I loaded up music on it.
I had a reel to reel, and I want another one.
Wow! Yeah,
Can I tell you something? You can put two, at least on a big reel, 2 hours of automated if you record it in very slow speed.
You know what, sir? I think I told you this. I just happen to have a 24/7 stream that's just not running right now. It's a matter of turning on the computer. I mean, it's $5 a month for up to 50 listeners at a time, 24/7, 128 megabyte.
Wow.
But I'm not using it. It's like, this is stupid. Why aren't I using it? You know why?
Are you using Spreaker's 24/7? That's expensive.
No, this is my. No, this is my own. It cost me $5 a month.
Wow.
And the program I use is called Auts DJ. I paid $99, and now it's, I don't know. Plus, I bought an automation package with it that will get this. It will take. You have to have enough information in your music log and spots and all that stuff, and it's this tight, down to a second an hour.
Wow.
So at the top of the hour, you give. It's 12 o'clock, and you're listening to Muck Radio on the World Wide Web. I mean, it sounds rough, but it wasn't.
I just created my own automation. I use the media player on the computer, and I rig up different things, and I'm using the audio track of a VCR tape.
Good for you. That's very inventive.
Because they run 6 hours.
Absolutely. Did you get any listeners?
No, because it's running through the dead FM signal, which only goes out.
Oh, so you weren't streaming it.
No.
Well, you know what I'm going to do? Tell what I'll do. I'll get this thing up and running tonight again, and then I'll send you a link.
Okay.
You can use TuneIn. You ever heard of TuneIn? Probably.
Yeah, as a matter of fact, I got TuneIn on my Roku box. I can listen to it through my TV.
Really?
Roku
is
fabulous.
I have that too. I didn't know you could do that.
Yeah, just go into your Roku box, look for the streaming channels. It should be in there, and just connect to it. And, because like I said, I was talking at the beginning of the show about this thing I watch a lot called News On. And you can watch newscasts on TV news from anywhere in the country. You can watch actually KCCI Channel 8. I can watch Channel 8 out of Des Moines from here in Clinton just by watching it on News On. I can watch the news on it.
Okay.
What's your channel? Your KCCI Channel 8, WHO Des Moines, Channel 13?
Yeah, I was on the floor trying to plug in my streaming computer.
Oh, okay.
I'm listening to you. It's all good.
And you can watch the news from anywhere in the country, any TV newscast, anywhere. So I was watching KIRO Channel 7 out of Seattle, Tacoma, Washington.
How the heck with it? I'm hearing you, but I'm not. I'm walking away from my microphone. It's really rude. Okay, I'm back. I get started on something in my head, and it's like I can't quit until I got it done, but I need to quit. I need to focus. Come on, you can do it. Reminds me of a song.
Yeah, you can do it.
Isn't that who it is? Hocus Pocus?
I don't know. I think so.
Pocus.
Sometimes I have, a lot of times I have to focus because I go off the beaten track. I start talking about programming,
Whatever.
and then I go into something else, and then I go into something else. Yeah, I don't know why I do that. And no, it's like my brain switches.
Welcome to my world. My poor wife. I feel sorry for her.
I always said that TV show Lost in Space was about me, but anyway.
Well, they called me Space Cadet.
Yeah.
Back in,
They used to call me that too, but that was because I was a science fiction fanatic.
well, for me, it was, if I ran on a pod, I'd go knock on somebody's door, and it's like, oh my gosh, here comes that guy that won't shut up, and then he wants to get, and we're all freaking out anyway, and then we got to sit around and listen to this guy.
Okay, looks like we got. Oh, sorry. Is that the stream there, HamiltonRadio.net?
Oh, no. That's a link to the radio, AM radio transmitter that I bought. I spent a bunch of money on that sucker.
Wow.
With an AM, some kind of snazzy Innovonics. It was a compressor. I mean, I was really into this, man, but I was also manic. And when you're manic, sometimes you're not very careful with how you spend money. Jeez.
Yeah.
Just getting it under control. No, actually, I did about a week ago, I suppose. I've gotten much.
I got a lousy pair of headphones. They've been taped together like 3 times, and every so often I have to take it apart and retape it together. That's horrible. I got to get a new pair. I go through headphones like people go through water, but I step on them, they get all. Yeah, I've broken several of them.
If you can track down a set of, well, there's a different model now, but MDR V6 Sony headphones, I have since 1989, if not before that, when I had a sales and service electronic shop.
Oh, okay.
And I just keep on buying pads because they're. Wait a minute. Are you a woman? That's not what I meant. See, that was nasty. I keep on buying ear pads. Gee whiz, Mike. Get your. Oh, I better get off your show. There's some over the top thing. I am so sorry.
I got to get another pair. They're gonna take it apart and retape it. I got to pull together with duct tape. Handyman's best buddy.
Absolutely. I just bought 2 new rolls yesterday, as a matter of fact. For my furnace ductwork, I put in an all-house humidifier. I think I told you that on the show, or maybe you heard it.
I used to. I loved to watch Red Green, so I kind of got that. Handyman's best buddy. The guy's hilarious.
I got to go see him in person.
Did you really?
My boys kidnapped me one night and took me to see the Red Green show. And I even have a book about women and something that Red Green wrote.
Oh, he had a whole bunch of them, didn't he? Can't remember all of them.
And unfortunately, I haven't finished it yet. But a lot of things I haven't finished. Oh, boy. I don't want to talk off my back.
Oh, man.
I'm pooped.
Yeah.
Fiber. Don't mind me. I'm just clicking around.
You'll also notice that when you tune in to this station, I actually produce and write a newscast. I do a newscast.
Yeah.
I even get news clips because I really don't think they're going to come after me for it.
And you do a nice job.
Sound bites.
It can.
And then I do I do a thing like Paul Harvey used to do. Paul Harvey? Good day.
And this is Paul Harvey. Good day.
I used to. When I was at broadcasting school, our station our school was hooked up to ABC.
Cool.
So at 12 o'clock noon, we would all go in with our lunch and get the ABC feed on, and listen to Paul Harvey. We had to. Our instructor could there. Oh, you people do at 12 o'clock lunchtime is listen to that guy?
Yeah, what's wrong with that? We like listening to him.
Because there'll never be another man like him. I mean, they got guys who try. And I like, I mean, I do like Mike Huckabee.
Me too.
But, yeah, and I listen to these other guys. But there's another one I like that Fox Radio. But I listen to Fox News TV. Yeah, but Fox Radio. They got Todd Starnes, and he is fabulous. Get a chance to listen to Todd Starnes.
Let me write that down. Todd Starnes.
As a matter of fact, I don't know. I don't know if you have an American Family Radio, but he does stuff for them too.
Yeah, we do. We have a couple on the left end of the dial.
Yeah, ours is on 88.1 of the Quad Cities WAXR. But they.
What was interesting when I was at KFGQ? 99.3, right smack in the middle. A non-commercial, quote, religious station playing DC talk. I know. What a great place to go.
We got that here, K-Love, which is the Christian rock is 98.9. And that used to be a Top 40 station. And then Clear Channel was forced to sell it because there was too many stations in one market. So they K-Love bought it, and we had a Christian rock.
Wow.
And K-Love is a good station. I like listening to them. K-Love and Air One.
K-Love and one.
Yeah. So I even have my own format I created. Christian album-oriented rock.
Ooh.
Because, I grew up listening to album rock.
Sure.
I used to love album rock. And the thought, playing tracks from albums. Why not do it in the Christian format? Christian album-oriented rock. Playing tracks from Christian albums. Mixing it in with some popular stuff.
Let me ask you a question, though. Do you like the idea of maybe engaging the pagans?
How's
the
that?
lost? Well, people that aren't Christians. Does it ever get you kind of pumped to sit down and
the whole idea behind GJRB actually is to do secular programming. This is not just like I do a trivia show called Gary Chase Radio, Television, and Movie Classics, where I play clips of classic TV, and I do trivia. I have a big band show called Swing Time. And I'm reaching people who are not followers of Jesus Christ, and then just springing the message.
Yeah. Do you think it ever shuts them off? Do you think they're like, wow?
Well, it could be a turn-off factor for some, I'm sure.
Baited and hooked me. What's up with that? How could you bait me? Well, because Jesus told us to be fishers of men. I mean, that's what we do. We're soul bait.
Yeah.
Reminds me of a song. Soul bait. You know that song?
Yeah.
You know what? I think you're a Christian music junkie, aren't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, me too.
It is hard to. I mean, I when I first heard a Christian album rock or Christian rock, they didn't have any that much on the air, just certain markets, and I thought, what a great idea.
And there's some good quality stuff.
And I almost went to California. I went to California for a while because I have aunts. I have a cousin there, and I was going to try to get radio in that market. There was a town called Davis, which is near Sacramento. And I was going to try and get a radio there. And then I thought, wow, I could get radio here. Maybe I can find my way to San Francisco or something. And I thought, nah. California's got too many fruitcakes. Seriously.
Ooh, I'm not going there. I know better.
I mean,
where I live.
They're on the verge of having a real bad earthquake.
Happened
this year.
I wouldn't doubt it.
I'm making my predictions. I've been working on those. One was a major earthquake in Southern California. And
Yeah.
I don't know, call this wishful hoping thinking, Hillary Clinton gets convicted for her emails.
I'm staying out of politics. I'm just not going there. We at WTF Fellowship, sometimes someone brings up politics and it can get pretty nasty.
Yeah.
Well, this gal that I've known, so we spent time together in the psych unit back in 1979, and she comes on Sunday mornings. Yeah, seriously, I'm totally serious.
Wow.
And when I told her that she was kind of putting down Trump and some other people were there, and I said, we got to stop just for a minute. I want to say something. All right, we're going to see how good God's Spirit really works, all right? First of all, I voted for Trump. Now, do we still have the same spirit? Are we still united in Christ? Yeah, but you voted for Trump. I said, you're missing the boat. That's the problem with bringing up, I'm not picking on you for bringing politics. I'm just saying.
I don't know. Politics, and I don't know. I've been listening to Rush Limbaugh for years, too, so.
Me too. I love listening to Rush.
And believe it or not, I used to listen to him when he was a DJ. His name was Jeff Christie.
Really?
He was on KQV. He's in Pittsburgh.
Jeff Christie?
Yeah, that was his name on radio in Pittsburgh.
No kidding. I didn't know that.
KQV. Yeah, the groovy QV, or it was called 14K then. They were starting to lose listeners, and they were starting to compete with another station in Pittsburgh called 13Q, and then they went news in 1975.
You are a radio junkie.
Yeah, I'm a radio junkie. You better believe it. I had a shortwave radio. I had a big 10-band radio. I used to listen to Europe all the time.
Well, you know what? There's stuff right there for a show.
Yeah.
I mean, you're like a walking encyclopedia of radio history. Jeez. That's cool.
Yeah.
Radio trivia with Gary Russen.
I could probably do radio trivia. I'm pretty good at it. And I going back to the days of dramatic radio, because I still believe in theater of the mind.
Yeah. Oh,
The Shadow.
by the way, Gary, guess what? I actually have, but I haven't had it on for a long time because it was part of the stream. I have a written contract with Pacific Garden Missions.
Huh.
The how do you do?
Yeah.
How do you? Yeah, those guys. I was downloading their programs and I had it running on this 24/7, but I could also track who was listening, and it's like, okay, I need to get my utility bill down a little bit. Nobody's checking this out once in a great while, but nobody's listening. And maybe it needs to be a conglomeration of a bunch of us, Jesus-loving freaks.
Yeah. Well, there's we have another station on here called WDLM, and they have one called Ranger Bill.
Sure. I've heard that.
Yeah.
That is an oldie.
Yeah. Used to be on Saturday afternoons in our area, and then they'd have a request show of gospel music.
Oh, my goodness.
And we get into I like old gospel music, too.
Adventures in Odyssey.
Country. Oh, yeah, Adventures in Odyssey. I used to listen to that, too.
Yeah. A lot of good stuff. Way back in the day.
Yeah.
See, when I was at that station, like I said, we had cassette decks, and I got to keep them all running. And when I got on staff, it was more for the technical aspect of stuff. Mm. And then they threw it in the air, and oh my gosh, you talk about cottonmouth. I was scared to death. Oh my gosh, it was scary.
That was like me in our first show on the college radio station, or the high school radio station. Not the high school. We didn't have one in high school. They did have one in high school that I went to, but they disbanded before I got there. It's like,
jerks.
It's like, but from what I understand, they only had it on during lunch. It was one of those things. It was through the speaker system. It's like, whoa, come on, people. We did a transmitter. It can broadcast like about maybe 50, 60 feet.
Lightweights. There's the real radio people anyway, when you need them.
I mean, I thought about teaching kids broadcasting, but I just don't have the patience.
Guess what? And that's exactly what I was hoping was going to happen at the radio station. In fact, we had people from the high school, some kids from the high school that would come and get this. There was one gal that oh, could she sing? Oh my gosh, but she wasn't a Christian. I got yelled at for her on the air because she wasn't a believer. It's like, are you serious? You're telling me that I was a wrong thing to, and I still know her to this day. Another guy that came and shadowed me, close brother in Christ of mine now. I mean, came over here 2 weeks ago. We played some pool. I mean, you know, well, you should shake the dust off your feet. People like that. There's no hope. They're breathing. There's hope.
Yeah.
For Christ's sake, and I mean that in the most loving way of my Savior. There's hope, folks.
Yeah.
I get so excited when it comes to God stuff.
And it's good. It's really good. And I really, you know, when I got hooked to your station, it was I think through Rachel, and I
Rachel.
just don't, you know, I don't really listen to a lot of the stuff that, you know, comes from her friends and that and everything, because it's explicit, filthy talk.
Yeah.
And not that I don't mind listening to it once in a while. It can be funny, but the language is just, it can be offensive to Christians.
What? That's the problem when you have that. What's his first name? Holy? His last name Spirit? Yeah. That's what happens when he's living on the inside. I mean, I'm serious. And people are like, oh, well, you're some goody two-shoes. No, there's just something that it's not okay for me to do that anymore.
Yeah.
It's hard for me to see
you're a new man in
name
Christ,
of this.
You don't do that anymore. Die to yourself. We've been our pastor's been talking about that.
Well, and if I'm quoting something, see, then I got the okay, like the subtle art of not giving a frick. All right, see, I still can't do it. It's still hard for me to get it out. And I realized, you know what happened, Gary? I realized it was becoming easier, and I realized also that, hey, in it but not of it. You don't have to go there in order to express yourself, muck. I can say schmuck. I know what that is. Muck is schmuck. And then I found out schmuck was Yiddish for penis, and I was like, okay, oops. I don't think I like that. I don't think I like that name anymore. Muck? No. Let's come up with something different.
Yeah, I even draw format wheels, you know, clocks, and then I do it all. I go all the way down that.
This is so cool. Guess what? I have a software package that does that.
I was so with a pencil in a lid on a butter container.
No, but like I said, you know, I had money and I could spend it, so I was spending it, and I ended up.
Well, this is GJRB. I try to be big time radio at a small radio budget, and that's not even a budget.
I don't even know the name of the program. Something clock. I don't know. Never mind.
Format wheel. That's right.
No, it's on my. Let me see if I can find it. Don't wait up for me though. Trying to find it. Go ahead. You can tell a joke. Oh, here it is. It's called the Broadcast Clock Creator.
Oh, Broadcast Clock Creator. Okay.
Check it out. Just for the fun of it, go check it. Do a search and look at it. It's kind of neat, but it's just not. I don't do too much over thought.
If to pay for it, I'd rather just take a lid from a butter container, use a pencil, and just trace it. Put the little clocks in there and just do it yourself.
But Gary, this is so cool. It's cool, Gary. Don't you understand? Cool.
I understand.
I mean, it's got. Actually, that's what our clock was like at the radio station at KFGQ. I did exactly what you said. I had one of those big clocks, you know, the big clocks, you know, and I took a colored wheel and I put little different colored pie shapes in it. And I said, guys, we need to try to do our music this way. And we got at the bottom of the hour, we got this. And
oh, you do.
I still have it out.
I got color code. I could do that. I got my wife colors, and so she gave me old pencils, so I colored pencils, and I just kind of like scribble it in. It's just generic.
I am going to take a picture of that, and I'm going to post it somewhere. It's funny.
I'll have to look that. Well, I'll look that up.
Well, I mean, the one that we used to have, I have it out in my garage now. or because I bought it. I mean, when I left, pretty much all the studio equipment left. I mean, I brought stuff that I donated, so much of my own stuff, music, equipment, because I didn't want them to have to spend any money. And I got a little ticked when it came down to, well, guess what? We don't like what you're doing, Brother Myers. That music makes the loins gyrate. It's up to Satan.
Oh, yeah, that's right. I would think that, I mean, there's nothing wrong when we're bringing the youth to Christ using this music.
That's what it was about. The mission statement was a focus on youth at Boone Biblical Ministries Incorporated, but they had gotten away from it.
Even I go back and I play classics. I play stuff like Harvest. I go back and play early, what is that, DC Talk when they first started, stuff like that.
Harvest. Look at this. Carry On. Highway to Holiness. I Need You. Come on, rock 'em into heaven.
And my wife and I, we watched this one. Well, did you ever, the movie, and I watched this biblical movie, and it really strikes a scare and message, and that is the motion picture. And it was produced in Des Moines, I think.
I wish we'd all been.
And that was now the title escapes me.
I know what you're talking about, though.
Thief in the Night.
Oh. Is that the one with I Wish We'd All Been Ready by Larry Norman?
Yeah, and that girl, the girl who later almost gets her head chopped off and she gets out of it. The second movie.
Wow. Man. Yeah, that's going back. There it is, Larry Norman. Wish We'd All Been Ready. Come on, somebody.
And those movies are on YouTube, all of them.
It's too bad those were hokey looking, though.
Yeah, they are.
It's too bad.
Get a look at the sideburns on that one guy. Oh, man.
And I think that's the point that I was trying to make earlier. Actually, I wasn't. We need to do things. Look, we are created in His image, right?
Yeah.
He's given us the ability to create. We should be doing something that's so totally out of this world that people are going, holy smokes, this is cool. Where did these guys get this? Well, the idea came from my Father who art in heaven.
It would be really great if they could make Spreaker available in cars.
Yeah, the best you can do is unlimited data on a phone.
Yeah.
I don't do that anymore, so I'm
well, I was trying to reach people in vehicles, but
it's, that's a trick.
I'm not getting audience, so I thought, well, maybe I can get people in cars going home.
I think it'll come.
Oh, Snarkette's on.
Snarkette! It's the one and only.
Yeah.
Oh, this is too cool. Maybe she could call in. Are we running out of time? 38 minutes ago.
Yeah, I'm getting down to 6 minutes and 22 seconds left.
Well, goodness. So, Snark, how's it going, eh? Real well. Hello, Gare Bear. Wow, you guys are tight.
Last person to call me Gear Bear actually was this guy that is a meteorologist for WHBF Channel 4 in Rock Island.
Well, that's cool.
He was my I took meteorology. He was my instructor.
Yeah?
Andy McCrae. He was a meteorologist on Channel 4 in Rock Island.
Huh.
Yep, WHBF.
Cool.
CBS affiliate.
Wow. I think she's here. I think she's here.
What
I think
now?
she's listening. Well, now the way you said that was different than what I heard it wrong.
See,
I still have that male problem. ED. Educational deficiency. That's what it stood for. You people are sick people. You need your mind soap. Or the Word of God. One of the two. All right, I'm done. Go ahead, Gary.
That's funny. Ah.
I'll tell you. You know, she says some things in the chat room that are just a hoot. There she goes.
Listen.
Squirrel. I need a cigarette.
Oh,
I don't waste outlet.
No, you don't. That stuff's good. That tobacco will screw you up really bad.
Smoke anymore. The closest thing I get to smoke is incense and lighting flatulation. No, I don't do that anymore either. I'm sorry. See what happens? The minute Snark gets on here, my conversations just go right down the tubes. I think she's bad for me. What do you think?
I don't know.
She's not. She's not at all.
No, I know worse influences, and not that.
She's good for my brain. She makes me think. Sometimes.
Yeah, Snark, we're gonna have you on again. It's been a while. I think it's been. Oh, by the way, listen to the Gary Russen program. Year-end review tomorrow. The sequel. You'll be able to hear yourself. I got the first time you were on from May 12th.
Look what she just posted.
Yep, I'm going to replay it tomorrow on the Gary Russen program, the year-end review.
Gary, time out. Look what she posted. Don't even look at me with that tone of voice. That's funny.
I give him gas.
Wow.
Super octane. Ooh.
Talked about lighting things when I was a kid, and being caught by my best friend's mom.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Don't get rid of straight underwear. That was a basic lesson. Don't be. All right. I'm sorry, Gary. I'm messing up your show. I need to get out of here.
It's getting down to 2:53 left. We're just about out. Unless I start up the other mixer again and go on. Hey, the squirrels. Yeah, we all have to focus. Yep.
I'm shocked. Speaking of shocked, I'm gonna post a picture of a squirrel that got zapped on a power line. I was weird enough to take a picture of it.
Oh, yeah, darn squirrels did that here in Clinton once. Knocked our power out for like how many hours?
I think I still got it on my phone. Oh, I shouldn't do that. It's probably there's some PETA law or something against it.
I figured you were in Boone because you've heard of Clinton, but probably not.
I am in Boone, and I've heard of Clinton. I'm sorry, I really wanted my perfume's on fire. No, that's all right. You go sit in the corner, young lady. That's about enough.
Oh, down to 2 little bitty minutes. Well, no, not counting that extra minute.
She's over the top.
She'll run with that. Studio gives me extra minute.
Yeah.
Not web-based. Web-based does. I'm on web-based.
Oh, okay. I'm totally lost. I don't know what you're talking about. Oh, there's the dead squirrel.
The web-based mixer, and all I got to do is pull up the studio and have it rolling, and once that goes out, it'll start by itself.
I'm gonna do something with this dead squirrel picture. I don't know what. I'm gonna do something with it. That baby's fried. It's not funny.
Bzz.
Okay. Yeah, well, I'm gonna get off here. I'm gonna get off here. But
it was a squirrel or raccoon, I think, got into our power and it knocked our power out here in Clinton for like I don't know how many hours one year.
I can see from the corridor.
I can see where we got about counting down.
Are you there? I'm still here. I think I just lost him.
You lost me.
I think we ran out.
Yeah, we're running out.
But if you really want to hurt me, put me in a circle room and tell me to sit in the corner. Yeah. I know how that works.
Hey, that reminds me of a song.
That's
crazy. Culture Club.
Put him in a roundhouse and tell him to pee in the corner. Put him. I don't know why I'm still.
Let's see. Told you I got that. I think we lost you. Hello? Hello? Yep, he went off the air. Okay. Well, we just lost him. Okay, that was great, Mike. If you're still listening, if you turned up your radio, if you turned up your this has been a hoot and a holler. We've got to do this again sometime. I will be on the air tomorrow, but I'm doing reruns. And then on Friday, I got a guest coming in from Pittsburgh who's going to be on my show. And I don't know what's going to happen next week. I got a jazz show I'm going to do. Smooth jazz. I play smooth jazz. That's beautiful music. It's great stuff. And then coming up next week, I'm going to do Way Out There, the strange, the bizarre, the unusual, the things that go bump in the night. That's going to wrap it up for this program. And I'm Gary J. Russen, GJRB Online on Spreaker across America. Yeah, laugh out loud. I know you don't think that's funny. I think it is. This is what I do. I run program schedule. I promote it. And I'm running out of time. It was nice talking to you all. Thank you so much for tuning in. I'm Gary J.